All right, dudes, what to get into first? So yesterday, if you follow me on Instagram or Miss Realistic, you realize that myself, my daughter, and Killian were in a car accident yesterday. You know, typical thing. Um, Definitely the majority of my accidents have been with someone that didn't speak the language and someone that wasn't licensed and didn't really I don't know. I've been in a couple hit and runs. One time, I chased a hit and run. A guy slammed me in the back when I was driving a Z, and he was shit-faced. And I ended up chasing this fool up a mountain into somebody else's property where the dead-end road ended inside their gate. And I pinned him in. I locked the fence. The homeowner grabs a gun, comes out, starts shooting. They don't know what they're shooting at. They start shooting toward me. It's sketchy. Long story short, the cops get there. They got the car. The guy had jumped over the fence and fled. Turned out he was squatting in some broken down house and driving some stolen piece of shit. I don't know how they ended up finding the guy, but that's besides the point. I don't know the whole details on it. This kid yesterday was like a minor, didn't speak the language, and didn't have a driver's license. Boom! Thank you. Thank you. Now my 2020 truck needs a whole new front clip. The engine's gotta be toast. I'll show some pictures and a little piece of video I got. The people that were on the scene, they thought there was no way people were coming out of that car on their own. But we were unharmed. Nobody with anything other than maybe a seatbelt bruise. Like, I can barely tell. Like, the airbag felt like my bed, I guess. I don't know. I remember the impact, and I remember being shook up to the point as like, what the F happened? Because it all happened so fast. Looking over at my daughter, asking her if she's okay, being super freaked out about that. She was fine. Then Killian was screaming in the back, and the panic hits you, when you start to think about your kids. Like, you notice the airbags and the yellow fog in the car from the airbags. And they were all okay. Killian got unbuckled. He started to come back through the cab to me. And then I'm trying to get out. And that was the biggest thing. I think my kids panicked because the side curtain came down so low and was really rigid, and I couldn't really get under it. And so flustered, you can't really remember where your door lock is because you can't see it, so you're trying to go by feel. Yeah, it was hectic. Some people came out and helped me, but with the door handle, get the door open, which the door wasn't damaged. But I had my kids in there, man. My babies were freaking out, and they were stressing because they were breathing in that smoky, powdery yellow air. And I admit, the gases in the car were intense. That is the injury I got. If anything, I got a little bit of a burn on both wrists and hands. I feel like my right hand might have punched the dash or something like that. But dude, compared to how hard that accident was, it was amazing. And we had 5 witnesses there. Saw everything. Said there was none of it was my fault. One guy was sitting at the red light, and he goes, your light was green. He saw the whole thing go down. The reason the accident was probably as bad as it was, being that we hit the back wheel of a truck, turned sideways. So we're going this way. He's coming this way. So we're, kind of a head-on deal. Well, he tries to zoom into a 7-Eleven, right? And his back of his truck was filled with sand. And a lot of it dumped out in the street, if you see in the video. But making the back of that truck super heavy. So the point of impact, we weren't able to push the car maybe as easy as it would have been if it was a non-loaded pickup. The back spins out pretty easy on those. But you know what? Kid was a little a-hole. Never came up and even apologized. Didn't speak any English, but still, you can have some remorse. You can You can say something, and he said nothing. And but you know what? It is what it is. My kids are okay, and that's all that matters. And Toyota, you did a job well done there protecting us. And I will tell anybody looking to get into a truck, think about a Tacoma, think about a Tundra, especially a Tundra, having that weight and that crumble zone in front of us, that it did its job, man. We all got out okay. So I can't speak highly enough about that Tundra. If they total it, I'm going to get another one. If they don't total it, I'll be glad to get it back. It really sucks, though. The truck had 12,000 miles on it, and now it just went down in value by like a bunch. So anyway, guys, I'm glad to be here. I've decided to take the weekend off skateboarding. We did go on a bike ride last night. Bike riding for me is like therapy, man. Take care, homies. Love you guys. Peace. Late.